Ame Beauvais here. Welcome to the Beauvais podcast, the Sisters Edition. Across from me, you see my sister. She is fabulous. She is smiling.
Smile.
And her name is Caitlin Faye Beauvais. Did you know her middle name? I love it. I can remember when you were born. It was a very special time for me. I was 5 years old, and I can picture it right now being in the living room. It was a home birth. Our parents were crunchy granola hippies and had tried to have me at home. We ended up in the hospital, but did successfully have you at home. That was a really special time. And little did I know that my best friend was born, and the person that I was going to share many, many ups and downs in life with. And so it's just a pleasure to be here with you. Caitlin is a Pilates entrepreneur. She owns multiple studios. She's a teacher trainer. She's a leader. And we're here to share with you and just hang out, chat a little bit.
Sounds good. And beside me is my wonderful older sister, who is an inspiration to me all the time, Ame Beauvais. She's really why I'm in the Pilates business. She led me into it. She is a mentor, a leader, and a game changer in this community of Pilates. She has her own Pilates brand and is shaping how Pilates is being taught through North America, really.
Thank you. Yeah, 25 years Pilates industry, 30 years fitness industry, and I've really developed some of my own techniques that I'm sharing and want to bring to the fitness world, the Pilates world, and the world in general. It's actually the Beauvais way is not just about Pilates.
Yeah.
It's about a way of living, a way of being, a way of relating to each other and connecting.
Yeah.
So
And
it means a lot to me.
And making the change that you want to see in the world.
That's right. That is it.
Yeah.
Be the change that you want to see in the world. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
So we wanted to get started today with sharing a little bit about why we're doing this podcast. And so the question is, what would you say to yourself if you could go back 10 years, 20 years, that would help you accelerate through some of life's knocks and bruised knees and scraped knees that we could share with our friends on this podcast that maybe would accelerate them beyond us and help them, right?
Yeah.
So that they don't have to go through some of the same things or wait as long as we did to learn some of the lessons of life that have made us successful and happy. And we just want to help you.
It is exactly that. Like if we could fast forward or make things easier for the people behind us who are coming up, because what both of us want is this industry, Pilates and teaching Pilates, is to grow, to flourish, because it is so valuable and so transformational.
And it's a kind of a share it forward situation, because we had mentors and still have mentors today that we look back on and are so grateful for that they shared their wisdom with us, because that rocket launched us to be where we are today. And that idea of mentorship and of sharing wisdom and of sharing ideas is really what the future is if we want to grow as human beings.
Exactly. So I'm going to tell you mine. Can I start with mine?
Yeah.
So what I would say to me 10 years ago, and actually I'm going to say 13, because what happened 13 years ago is I had my daughter. And I had my daughter, and, I'd had this business and it was working, is going. But what I realized when I had my daughter was that I needed this business to thrive without me. And so I started to become interested in the business aspect, or how can I make the business thrive without me? Because I wanted to spend time with my daughter. That's the kind of the backstory. So what I would say to myself, and in that time, I started to slowly put my foot in to move forward, but I was just kind of tapping. And then all around me, people were saying, don't do it, it's too risky, don't. And I held back. Yeah. And what I would tell myself now is that at that point, probably give myself a couple of years, so 10 years, not 13. Have a 3-year-old, not a 0-year-old, if that's even a word. I would say to jump in. Yeah. I knew what I wanted. Yeah. And by just slowly kind of putting my foot in there, it actually was more tiring.
Stressful.
It was more stressful.
Yeah.
I had more burnout because I listened to people around me. And instead of listening to what I knew
Right.
that I could do and what I knew was possible. Because if we look at now, where I am now, is that if I could have been there a lot sooner.
Yeah, mine are similar. Like if I went back, it would be to tell myself to think bigger.
Yeah.
That I didn't even realize it at the time, but I had self-limiting beliefs and I was holding myself back. So learning to talk differently to myself and changing the dialogue inside of me to me was the game changer that I've figured out. And I'm not saying I don't have work to do still, but the shifts I've been able to make just by talking more positively to myself, changing the stories and my relationship with things, that has been really a game changer for me. And it's exciting because I realize like what I can do in the next 10 years because of those shifts.
Right. And really it's about not dimming your light. You know, something that my daughter and I share when I drop her off at school, she's 13, I still drop her off at school. I'm so lucky that she'll let me do that, is we say, you know, shine brightly.
Yeah.
I think a lot of us dim our lights.
Yeah.
We dim our lights so that we're not shining. We're not who we are meant to be out in the world to help other people feel okay.
Yeah.
And if we just shine brightly and we just go for it, and I'm not telling you to go and, you know, people to go out and do something they shouldn't be doing, right? Like, but you know in your gut.
Yeah.
You know in your gut what you want or who you want to be and move towards it. There's nothing stopping you.
Each of us does have a calling, that secret voice in our head that is like, I have something I want to contribute to the world. I have something I want to do. Lean into that because it helps your health.
Yeah.
You were actually telling me, this was a while back now, that, see if you can remember this, that every time you've stepped away from that calling inside of you is when some of your medical issues flared up more.
Yeah.
And then when you got back in alignment with that, they cleared up.
Definitely. I was always, you know, I was more a drastic case, but I got shifted to the way I needed to go. Even if in the moment I was saying, you know, I was not happy. I was kicking and screaming because it felt like something was being taken away from me. But really what it was is where I was meant to be. What I was meant to do was being laid out in front of me. And I just followed it. And here I am today. And I am so happy with where I am today.
I have one more little tip that I think was a game changer for me was finding a mentor or this mastermind group and people that are but slightly outside of your industry. So I love all the things I learned in the Pilates industry and I will continue to work with my mentors in that capacity because that has definitely gotten me where I'm at and beyond and will get me to the next level. That's huge. But to also step outside of your industry to kind of adjacent industries. So we actually, just before coming in to film this podcast, we were at a business mastermind of boutique fitness studio owners from across the country that are really at a very high level in their business. And we were sharing ideas with them, asking them questions, you know, just being a shoulder to lean on, learning about how they do things and expanding our knowledge base by rubbing shoulders with other people doing what we're doing and people that are even ahead of us that are doing things we want to be doing, but we don't know how because we've never done them before. So this idea of looking a little bit into like where other people don't typically look for information so that you can bring it back to the industry. That's been a game changer for me.
And be in the room with the people where you want to go.
Yes.
Right. So, you know, it can be money, you know, it could be making a certain amount of money. It could be a certain skill level. Yeah. It could be being really good
quality
at
of life.
Quality of life or good at public speaking.
Yeah.
But put yourself in rooms with people that are better than you. That are better at a skill that you want to develop.
You've heard the saying that you become like the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with.
Yeah.
So take a look at who you're spending time with
Yeah.
and decide, is that where you want to go? And if it's not, then do that slightly uncomfortable thing. Because at first it can feel uncomfortable
Yeah.
to step into the room that's like, okay, I'm not really sure I belong here yet. I'm not sure I'm ready. Do I fit in? But this is where I want to be.
Yeah.
Stand in that room, hang out with those people, and it rubs off on you. And I would tell myself 10 years ago to do those things, and I would have cut off 5 years of growth right there.
And actually that last one I think
Yeah.
is actually the most powerful one.
Yeah.
For me, if I had just put myself in the rooms with people that were where I wanted to go,
Yeah.
that would have the same thing, bypassed a lot of years and
Yeah.
a lot of turmoil and hardship. Yeah.
I love it. Thank you for sharing those stories.
You're welcome. Well,
Yeah.
thank you for joining us on the Beauvais podcast, the Sisters Edition. To learn more about us, our brands, and what we do, look at the link below or the comments.